Welcome back, guys, to another Clash Royale video, and today I have a massive chest opening for you guys. I've got two giant chests, a magical chest, and then some other chests in there. Now this is the best possible chest opening I can do for you guys because I am a free-to-play player. The only way it could be better is if I had a super magical chest for that last slot, but the chances of that happening were so low I didn't want to wait for it. So stick around till after the chest opening, guys, because I am going to do a fun little challenge video. Basically, I'm going to be building a deck using only the cards that I've received in these chests here. So let's go ahead and start opening up some of these chests here, starting with the free chest. Let's get those out of the way here. What do we have here? We have some gold, one giant, and some skeletons. Nothing too crazy there. One more free chest here. Obviously gold, and then nothing else crazy. Royal Giant, 8 of those, getting a ton of those recently. Let's move on to this crown chest here. Golden gems, as always. Some barbs. More Royal Giant. And then what else do we have here? Nothing that I really use. Let's move on to this golden chest here. What do we have? Some gold. And yet again, some more Royal Giant. Archers and barbs. And the fireball, that's pretty nice there. Now let's move on to these giant chests here, guys. Let's see what we can get out of this first one here. 1800 gold. That's awesome. I'm so far in debt here. Mini P.E.K.K.A. The Valkyrie. Almost able to upgrade her. I use her a lot, so that's pretty awesome. And then 200 Royal Giant. That's kind of disappointing, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at this next giant chest here. What do we get? Obviously, you're going to get a ton of more gold. Some cannon. What else do we have here? 24 rocket. Don't really use the rocket, guys, but I might try it out later on. And then we have 177 archers. Able to upgrade that, but of course I am pretty broke. Let's go on to this last chest here, the magical chest. What do we get? 600 gold, some skeletons, and some more archers. What else do we have here? 11 goblins, Tesla, and some barbs. And finally, what do we get? 3 musketeers. That's pretty cool. I do use the 3 musketeers a lot. And for the epic, we have the mirror. I've never really used the mirror card, so that's kind of disappointing. But let's go ahead, guys, and start building ourselves a deck using those cards here. Okay, so first thing I want to do is throw in the giant. I do need some sort of tank card in my deck here. What else do we have? 3 musketeers. I think I got that. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. And then I am going to go upgrade them, because that will make a huge difference with the 3 musketeers. Basically, they won't die to a level higher of fireball. So that's pretty good, cool right there. What else do we get here? Barbs, I think we got. Let's use those. The Valkyrie as well. We do need 1 spell, and I think the only spell I got was the fireball. What else do we have here? We got goblins. Archer we got. And then we're sitting at 4.5 elixir cost. So let's try and get that down a little bit. What else can we throw in here that we got in the chest there? Skeletons, I think we got those. So that's 4.1 elixir cost. Is there anything else I want to switch up before I go into battles here? Let's take a look at my list of what I got here. Nothing else that is lower in elixir cost. I do need a defense though, so let's throw in the cannon. I think I got the cannon. So what do I want to switch out for the cannon? Probably the Valkyrie, just because I have the barbs in there for melee. So let's go ahead and do a battle here and see how we do. Alrighty, so what do we have in the starting hand? Giant. Probably going to do a slow push with the giant from the back here. Let's throw him down way in the back there. Start building up some elixir for a push. He's going to counter with the cannon, which should probably lose a ton of health by the time the giant actually reaches there. So not really sure if that's a good decision on his part. But let's back up the giant with some archers here, and then throw some barbs in front of him. And then we're gonna get our fireball ready, see what he does. He uses the lightning spell, which I'm not too sure is a good idea because that's a ton of elixir, which means he's gonna be down on elixir. But unfortunately, he was able to defend pretty well there. And so right here, we might take some damage. We're going to use our cannon to distract, and then the skeletons to take out those archers. And we will take some damage here, which is kind of unfortunate. And let's go ahead with the giant in the back here once more. This time we might throw in the 3 musketeers behind there. Now unfortunately we didn't get a rage spell in those chests there. That would have been perfect. But regardless, let's see what we can do here. He's going to set down the cannon once again. And this time I might be able to catch him off guard with the musketeers. But let's throw down some barbs there. He does have the lightning spell though, but I think if I throw the musketeers close enough, they won't get hit by the lightning. It's too late. Let's use the fireball there. Take out all those troops. Giant should be able to go in there, back up with some archers. And then use the cannon to distract that hog rider. Unfortunately, his hog rider is going to pull back all those barbs and pretty much eliminate my push. I was kind of hoping that the barbs would sneak in there with the archers and do some damage to that tower. But this time, his cannon is down. So hopefully by the time the giant goes in the next time, the cannon should be out of rotation for his deck. So let's go ahead with the giant way in the back here. Start doing another slow push. He's going to be aggressive with the archers as well as some goblins. We're going to throw down the barbarians right up front there. And then once this giant makes his way up there, we're going to use the 3 musketeers in the back. Right here. And he does have the lightning, of course, which I'm expecting him to use. But that only took out 2 of the musketeers. We're going to use a fireball, get that out, and then throw some skeletons down, hopefully to protect that musketeer. And then one more giant here, keep the pressure on. And then some archers there to back him up. Now that's not going to get too much done there, that kind of sucks. This isn't going too well, guys. So he's going on with the hog rider. We're going to use the cannon to distract, and then throw the goblins in the back to take care of his spear goblins. And then the skeletons to take out his hog rider. And then let's throw the giant in there. And some barbs. Now we don't have enough elixir here to use the 3 musketeers quite yet. If we can make it past this part here, he might do a split push in the back with the 3 musketeers. He's probably going to come in with the hog rider. We're going to use the cannon and then the skeletons to take that out, and he's probably going to get the win here, and he will. So that was kind of unfortunate. Lost our first battle. Maybe we'll go tweak our deck a little bit and then do one more battle here. So let's go ahead and take a look at our deck. I'm taking a look at this list here, and I don't really see any cards in there that I can throw in here to improve the deck, because everything else I want to throw in would increase the elixir cost, and I want to keep it as low as possible. So let's go ahead and try another battle with this deck here. Now do keep in mind that I'm not really used to commentating live battles, so that does distract me a little bit. But right at the start here, we do have the giant in our starting hand. So let's go ahead and do a slow push with the giant from way in the back here. We do have the cannon in our hand if he decides to try and punish us. We're going to go ahead and throw that right there to take out that mortar, hopefully. And then use some skeletons to distract anything he drops down. Okay, he didn't use anything to defend that mortar. So that was an even elixir trade right there. He does have the Inferno Tower, so let's throw down some barbarians in front. And then back it up with some archers. So that really sucks. Let's throw in some goblins here to try and help out take out that Inferno Tower. And unfortunately, they're just a half a second too late. So at this point, I'm expecting him to throw down another mortar. So we do have our cannon ready for that. But we will wait, build out some elixir here, see what his next move is. He's going to start setting up with the cannon way in the back. I'm not too worried about that, because it'll pretty much be dead by the time it does anything. And let's use the fireball here. Unfortunately, we've missed that mortar with the fireball, which really sucks. Now let's go in with some barbs here. Actually, that was a terrible move. I know he has a fireball. I shouldn't have done that. But we should be able to take it out anyways. So now the mortar is out of his rotation. The cannon is going to go down. He didn't really get much use of that cannon for 3 elixir, so we might be able to punish him for that. Now I'm going to try and do a Musketeers giant push, because he just wasted his fireball on my barbarians. So let's try and do Musketeers here. I don't know if he has his oh, he does have his mortar in rotation again, which kind of sucks. So we're going to go ahead and just ignore that and try and do a push on the right hand side with some archers. And then the cannon here. I want to use both of these at the same time. And then that'll take that out. Now he does have his fireball back in his deck, I'm assuming, so we're going to bait it out with the barbs on the left. And then right here, hopefully he's not expecting a 3 Musketeer combo. I do have the cannon on the left-hand side still set up, so we're gonna fireball those minions, and then as soon as he sets up that, oh shoot! I was really hoping those goblins were sneaking in front of that giant and take her out, because right now he probably has he has a rocket actually. Didn't expect that. So this isn't really going well, guys. It probably couldn't be any worse. So let's see what we can do here, if we can somehow make out a win here. Now he has the rocket and the fireball, which really sucks because of course he's going to fireball my barbarians and then rocket my 3 musketeers. So hopefully the goblins will sneak in there. That fireball should, it won't actually take out that infernal tower, which sucks. We're going to use the giant to tank for that cannon, so the cannon can take out that mortar. Unfortunately, we didn't get any damage done to our tower right here. We're going to use the musketeers in a split up fashion, but he will be able to rocket us down for the win. That kind of sucks, guys. But let's go ahead and do one more battle. I think we can sneak in one more battle here. I think I have enough time for that. So let's go ahead with one more battle, guys. Both of those opponents had some pretty strong counters to my deck. The first guy had the lightning spell for my musketeers. The second guy had the inferno tower for my giant. So let's hope this guy here doesn't have a strong counter here. Let's see what we can do here. This time I'm not going to go for the giant right off the bat. I am going to use a split push with the barbarians. Separate them. And then he drops down a giant skeleton. So we're going to try and push the opposite side here with a giant as well as some archers. And hopefully we'll have enough elixir left over to distract that giant skeleton when he comes over. He actually might be pulled over to the other side because of those barbs. He will. We're going to fireball these barbs here, allowing our giant to not really do anything because it didn't kill him. So let's use some skeletons here to distract. He has the princess, guys. That kind of sucks. Is this going to take out all of our low health troops that I'm trying to use to distract that giant skeleton? And we don't really have the arrows in our deck to counter that princess. So this kind of sucks. We're going to use some barbarians here to take care of the ice wizard and that princess. And then just kind of wait here for a second and start building up some elixir. He's coming in once again with that giant skeleton, so he's probably going to drop down the princess once again to back him up. But it looks like these barbs might take him out, which is pretty cool. And I don't know if he's expecting this 3 musketeers, so let's go ahead and start doing a slow push from the back here. We do have that cannon if necessary to take out anything he tries to throw in here. So once that giant makes his way up, he already wasted the giant skeleton, so we can go in with the 3 musketeers. Hopefully he doesn't have a counter for it. He's going to use the barbarians, which are just going to get melted by those musketeers. We're going to use the fireball here to take care of that princess, and hopefully take out that electric pump. And then he's probably going to drop down the giant skeleton once again, yeah. But that 1 musketeer will get a couple of shots off on that tower. I'm doing some pretty decent damage there, so that's pretty cool. Now, that giant skeleton will probably die. We're going to use the cannon here just to take him out. Once that musketeer crosses the bridge, we're going to go ahead and drop down some barbarians way off in the corner there, hopefully out of range of the giant skeleton bomb, sorry. And right here, what does he have? I want to fireball that princess, but she's not in range of the tower, so it's a huge waste of elixir doing that. So we're going to go ahead with the split push with the musketeers here, separate them just a little bit, and now she is going to be in range of my cannon here. Use that to take her out. And we are going to drop down some barbarians to take out this giant skeleton. We drop them behind the giant skeleton so they don't die from the bomb. Now, unfortunately, we just don't have anything that's a good counter to his princess. So we're going to go ahead, wait for that musketeer to cross the bridge, take her out with some goblins, and then we're going to start setting up a push on the left or right-hand side here. Barbarians coming in, we're going to go ahead and fireball that, just to take him out. And then the giant is going to make his way past that giant skeleton and start making his way to the tower. So he's invested a lot of elixir right there. Let's go ahead with the musketeers on the left. Super risky, but you only live once, right? So this is not looking good, guys. We're going to use the barbs here, and the goblins here, and the skeletons. And at this point, we don't really have the elixir to defend here. We're going to use the giant to hopefully distract his giant skeleton and pull him back. Meanwhile, the barbs are in on the right-hand side doing some damage to that tower. We might be able to hold up for a draw on this, guys. I really think if this went on a little bit longer, we probably could have won. Both of his towers are down to like 700 health or so. But that will be a draw. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed watching me lose these couple of battles with the weird decks and anything like that. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.